just on the phone to my missus and had my first run. I did say to her, I bet it's a bream. Turns out it wasn't a bream. It's an half decent carp.
Hi there, my name's Lee and welcome to Bedtime Stories, Carp Adventures. Back down at Ripley Reservoir, first carp of the session. Popped a few spons, a pallet out with a little PVA bag. Only £12, ready to start. Hopefully, with many more to come. Cracking.
Yesterday when I was walking around, I was proper umming and ahhing about where I should set up. I hadn't seen any carp show, so based on my experience of the res, I decided fish as peg, and it's paid off. Another carp in the sling. About 30 minutes ago I topped the swim up with about 4 spons of pallet. And yes, left rod's gone off this time, producing this one, better quality at £18. Slightly beat up though, but that's because they were spawning last week and the week before. Dark in colour. I'd say this is one of the older residents of the reservoir. Let's get him back. And there we go. Rods have been out a couple of hours and I've landed a couple of carp. That's not a bad start really. Anyway, it's just about go dark. I'm going to get the kettle on and have something to eat for supper. So let's see what happens in the next few hours. If I told you it's now 10:30 and yes, it's not that dark. Surprising really, I don't think it is going to get that dark tonight. Been quiet on the rods for the last hour, but it isn't always about catching the carp. I truly have enjoyed sitting here taking in the scenery, to be fair. One thing about being down the res, it is an absolutely beautiful place to walk around. It's well kept, the grass is always cut, the pegs are always kept tidy, and there's loads of nature down here that you can sit and watch as well. You know, I really do just enjoy being out on the bank. It's 11 o'clock now, and I'm going to call it a night and get some Zeds. I'll catch up with you in the morning or in the night if anything happens. Just after first light this morning, right hand rod gone beaming off. Producing this one, £16.4. Wasn't expecting anything through the night because it is only shallow in front of me. So yeah, definitely pleased to get this one this morning. Lovely jubbly. Let's get it back. And now I'm up, might as well have a cup of tea. Now I've got myself a cup of tea. The only thing that's missing is my hat. Let's get a couple of spons out and top that swim up. Now when it comes to the spon mix, I'm keeping it really simple. It's just pallet, nothing complicated there. If you follow the channel, you know I bring Truffle, me Frenchie. She loves being out on the bank with me. She's stuffed her breakfast but because it's still early, I'm pretty sure once she's finished that, she'll be straight back in the sleeping bag. Truffle doesn't want to go back to sleep. She wants to play with Scabby Fox. So let's do that for a bit. Doesn't look like I'll be getting back in the sleeping bag. Truffle's make me billy. Anyway, like I've said before, once I'm up, I'm up. So on with the video. Just over a month ago, I was contacted by Chris from CCW Baits and Tackle, and he was wondering if I'd be interested in trying some of his products, so he sent me some over. So, on this session, I'm using the MCS, Monster Crab and Squid Wafters, and that's what I've had all 3 carp on so far. CCW Baits and Tackle do 2 types of boilies, the MCS Monster Crab and Squid, or the Sea Nut, which is a lovely strong creamy peanut flavour. You can also get the Sea Nut in pop-ups and wafters. Probably the most popular hook bait that they do is the acid pear, and it is seriously strong, just like these acid almonds. Another popular flavour is the citrus in yellow and pink, with a selection of bait sprays and boosters to match. If you're a fan of using PVA solid bags, yeah, they also do liquids for them too. When summer comes around, if you like using spod mixes, you can get the liquids for them too, MCS and the Sea Nut. There's far too many things for me to list all in this one video, so if you want to take a look at the full range of bait and terminal tackle that they do, go check out their website at CCW Baits and Tackle, or you can find them on Facebook and Instagram. Just coming up to 9:20. Complete change in the weather now. It's supposed to be summer. Dull, overcast, and showers on and off. No further action since this morning, and quiet on the rods. It is a long walk get round here, but it seems like I'm not the only one putting the effort in. This bank's filled up pretty quick since I posted one picture on Facebook. About an hour before I got in my sleeping bag last night, I decided to chuck a 3rd rod out. Now I chucked it over to the right hand side margin, a couple of pegs further down, where I'd seen a few carp show. But people have turned up now, so it's only fair that I reel that rod in, because technically it wasn't in my swim anyway. So down to fishing 2 rods at the moment. And to be honest with you, I don't really want to put a 3rd rod out on the spot that I'm on at the moment, because I'm fishing the 2 together already, and all of those lines going through the water might spook the carp out of the swim. Shortly after filming the train going past, I had another run. I was really excited. I was just about getting it in the net, but then I lost it. Absolutely gutting. Anyway, I've got the rod wrapped up again to 9 wraps because I'm not fishing very far out. On a salty spot, just after the low line weed. Very, very quickly tie up another solid PVA bag and get that rod back out. And fingers crossed, there'll be an opportunity for another bite. There we go, a fresh solid PVA bag ready to go out with some more pallets in the spot. When I first arrived here yesterday, I did have a cast around with a marker rod, just using a lead, and I did find a nice clear salty spot just after the weed bed. But for now, I want to talk about spomming or spodding. I don't think anybody uses an old spod anymore, do they? At the moment, I'm fishing at 9 wraps and it's a little over 4 foot deep. So, to make sure all the bait I'm putting out in the spod is going over the spot where my rig is, I've actually got the spod rod clipped up 1 foot shorter than 9 wraps. I like to use the general rule of thumb that for every 3 foot of water you've got in front of you, you should be taking off 1 foot on your spod rod, due to the pendulum action you get when you cast your rig out and you hit the clip and the rig swings towards you. So therefore, you don't want to be clipping your spod rod up at 9 wraps, because you could be baiting up further past than where your rig is. Always remember to take off 1 foot of line on your spod rod for every 3 foot of water you're fishing in, and this way you'll be baiting up accurate each time. 2 fresh PVA bags cast out with 2 spoms over the top of them. Now it's time for me to take my tablets before I have my dinner, because believe it or not, I've got high blood pressure. How does this look, Carpy? I was going to save this next spot until I had another run and another carp. Well, I have had another run, but sadly it's a bream, and I'm not going to waste your time showing you a bream. What I wanted to say is, over the last year, Bedtime Stories Carp Adventures has really grown, and the channel has now hit 1,000 subscribers, and that's thanks to you guys and your support over the last year. I'm actually overwhelmed, to be honest. I never really thought that, you know, the channel would grow that much and people would take it serious. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give us a like and a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, smash that button now. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. I think he might died.